I'm stunned with the people on the left and the right who have embraced the Hamas party line. And I'm also stunned by the people, can't believe I'm saying this, but the people who I really don't like, who are on the right side. So you had this massive protest of the Hamas supporters at the steps of the U.S. Capitol yesterday, and John Fetterman, the senator from Pennsylvania, walks past a crowd of Hamas sympathizers waving an Israeli flag. I don't like the guy politically, but talk about strange new respect. I'm like, you know what? I realize you're not one of the bad guys. I disagree with you politically on a host of things, socially, culturally, morally, philosophically. I disagree with you, but you're not on the side of this explicit evil. And I'm glad about it because I can look at you now and say, look, we disagree on all this stuff, but if you're on the side of Israel, I can't be nasty to you because you're willing to stand up and be bullied and badgered by the left for what is for the right side of things. God bless you for it, even if I disagree with you on all this other stuff. Hillary Clinton, y'all. Oh, that's what hurts me. And look, I'm not saying this because I have evidence of her guilt of something and I don't want to die. She goes on The View and she lectures that racist Sonny Houston who's just peddling the Hamas talking points. And she suddenly digs at Barack Obama, who tried to do this both sides, we're all to blame except for me sort of nonsense. And she sticks it to him very diplomatically where it doesn't even seem like she was sticking it to him, but that's what she was doing about how wrong he is. And she does this to a crowd that's sympathetic to Hamas, and she's willing to do it, and she makes the case, and she explains the history and says, the Palestinians were given a state, and they turned it down. You don't hear that from the pro-Hamas side. You don't hear that Israel forcibly evicted 50,000 people from Gaza and left behind all of their infrastructure and gave it to the Palestinians. You don't hear that from the pro-Hamas side. You don't hear that from the idiots marching in the streets or on college campuses. You don't hear that. And yet it's true. It's absolutely God's honest truth true. And I guess what I'm getting at is it's really, really easy to look at, so everybody on the other side and say, well, they're not just my opponents, but they're evil. And there are some, we're seeing some, but we're seeing some on our side too. Look at Candace Owens, who is still out there peddling her anti-Semitism. Charlie Kirk of Turning Point USA the other day was blasting Jewish dollars. I mean, that's definitionally anti-Semitism, to be blasting Jewish money. It's the Jews who corrupted the system and socially corrupt. That literally is a definition of anti-Semitism. To blame the Jews and their money for something you don't like is anti-Semitism, and he's doing it. And Turning Point USA is filled up with a bunch of anti-Semites. I mean, they've got all these anti-Semitic talking point influencer people on social media blasting Israel and the Jews. And he is on our side of the aisle, and he's engaging in this Jewish dollar anti-Semitism. This is what Candace Owens is doing. She's out there. She can't make up her mind on anything. She's got to do her research. And her research led her to believe that the Jews were forcing Muslims to live in the Muslim quarter of Israel. And that's not true at all. She really believed that the Muslim quarter in Jerusalem was proof of Jewish segregation of the Muslims. There's a Christian quarter, an Armenian quarter, a Jewish quarter, and a Muslim quarter in the Old City, and is where those groups of people chose to live, just for the record. Anti-Semitism is one of the oldest evils of Western society. And you got people on the left and the right who are engaged in it. And I can philosophically, vehemently disagree with Hillary Clinton and not care for her and say, you know what, God bless her for standing up to these people.